Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Keepsy, aka Keeper of the Keys. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Get these messages out there. So just as I'm setting up to do a reading, I was getting someone has abused their skills, their spiritual gifts. Okay, divination abuse. Okay, they've overdone it with their spiritual gifts and they're going to third parties for readings and constantly asking them to like do the same reading over and over and over again. Like, so someone's getting done for divination abuse. Okay, it's someone who's in this cult. Someone who is in a cult, who's just joined a cult, or who's been in some sort of a cult for a while, has some sick sexual fantasies. Wow, and they've been doing some sort of poverty spells. So I was getting quite possibly someone who's in this cult wants to be some sort of money man, money woman, and wanting to do poverty spells on people. So they come crawling to them, needing money, and they can act like the big man, like the big woman. Okay? So caution. The boss is here today. They want to be the boss. It's someone who wants to be in control. Someone who literally wants to be the go-to type of person. This could actually hit the news, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Someone could actually be passing shortly due to some sort of spell work backfiring. So there is going to be a passing. It could be the one who was doing some sort of poverty spells, the one who's got some sort of sick sexual fantasy, could have some sort of fantasy against you. No phone zone, okay? So with this no phone zone, I was getting that quite possibly they hacked your phone, your location, your GPS, okay? So make sure you turn off your GPS when you are on the move and hide your location. Because someone from this cult, and we've got fake emails, someone from this cult has been hacking your phone, your email account, and sending fake emails from your email address to make out like it's you. So someone has been sending emails from an email address what they've had access to of yours, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, to make out like it's you. Also, they've been going into your emails to delete any evidence of them and what they've been doing because they want to be the boss. It's someone who wants to be seen as some sort of mafia type of leader, but even the mafia would laugh at this crank. Even the mafia would laugh at this crank because this crank ain't no... they ain't got no gangster, not a gangster bone in their body, but they have watched quite a few Sopranos, that type of thing, and all of a sudden they think there's some sort of mafia. Alright, so it could be someone who likes to have the occasional cigar because they've seen that on TV. They've seen someone else smoking a cigar on TV, so they thought, that's it, I want to smoke a cigar. It's a church coven. So it's like a cult / coven where it starts spinning off. It started off as a coven and some became some sort of a cult, okay, and tried to do their own little spin-off from the church, okay. So they're in some sort of a church coven, and then outside of that church coven, they're in some sort of a cult as well. They've got some sick sexual fantasies because you're a peach. Alright, they've got some fantasies about you, but I don't think it's like any good fantasies what would actually get your boat rocking or have you, yeah, I won't go into too much detail, but it's so they're hiding money at their homes. Wow. And then straight behind it we have 500,000 to £600,000. Wow. And then they're using that money to do some sort of poverty spells on the one who they've stolen from. So I was getting that they've done some sort of money laundering. Okay, money laundering. Skin type 4, so light brown, burns minimally and tans darkly. So basically, and then we've got someone who's aged 65 to 70 in this cult, okay, who's stinking rich from hiding money. Okay, so these church donations, they've not been going to the right cause. Okay, they've just been going to the people who run the church, and then people are still in poverty, and they're doing poverty spells to have people in poverty, so people donate to them and their cause. Yeah, and they're linking to a dodgy lawyer. Okay, so this dodgy lawyer could be on the run, actually. I was getting that this dodgy lawyer's on the run. Okay, this dodgy lawyer took a suitcase full of cash. Alright, when they was meeting up, they had to discuss this, because they felt like they was being watched, or they could have been watching you and your family, and whilst they was watching you and your family, they could have been getting watched. So because they feel that someone like undercover police or detectives are on their case, when they meet up, they have to turn the phone off. So when they meet up with the person who wants to believe that they're some sort of boss trying to take down somebody else by doing poverty spells, doing money laundering, catfishing also. So there's a lot of catfishers, fake profile. It could be linking to Pizzagate, alright, which could, oh, Jesus Christ. But don't forget to stay strong. I mean, here's a sigh, because I is sick to death of picking this type of stuff up in my card. This fly is doing my head in also. So we've got a fly, what just keeps randomly flying around. I think I'm going to call him Henry. I'm going to call the fly Henry. So Henry wants to get on in. Okay, so we've got a bike, what just came out, a push bike. So one of these people could ride around on a push bike, okay? The type of person you would not trust behind a wheel, okay? And Jesus needs you. Jesus needs you. Jesus loves you. Okay, landlord. So we've got a dodgy lawyer, we've got a dodgy landlord, and we've got police involved in investigating stolen inheritances. Stolen inheritance. So this landlord, a dodgy lawyer, so someone from either the council or the government, some landlord, a dodgy lawyer, wow, has been hiding money. So basically there was some sort of inheritance of £500,000 to £600,000, and they stole this inheritance, okay? Then what they did is they hired somebody, okay? They put you, what's just fallen on the floor, under investigation. They paid some sort of police officer or detective to watch you, to take pictures of you, to watch you with your children, to watch you with your family, report back to them, what are you doing? Literally, it's a church government, what are you doing? You know, they hate women, misogynist. They hate women. So they could be gay, okay? So basically, this could be a gay cult, a gay coven. You know, they've got gay police officers, gay lawyers, gay judges, gay solicitors, gay school teachers, doctors, nurses, dentists. It's a gay cult or a coven, and single women, they target single women. They're actually begging for forgiveness from the Most High. They're actually begging for forgiveness from Jesus now, because they know that they are caught up in an investigation, and they are under investigation for filing some sort of false report and putting a divine masculine, divine feminine under false investigation, and having them being watched while they was hiding money and stealing their inheritance. They had this person getting watched by the local law enforcement, okay? They actually had an airfield watched by undercover police, by detectives, getting watched, getting pictures taken while they were stealing inheritance. Yeah, yeah. They're projecting what they've done onto somebody else. So everything what they've done, they're trying to scapegoat this masculine, this feminine. Okay, they hired that a private investigator. Okay, they hired a private investigator. I just like highlighted the coffee cup, right? Yeah, the coffee cup wants to come out. So even if you've gone to a shop to get a coffee, okay, even if you've literally gone to a coffee shop, a little cafe or something like that to get a coffee, you've been getting watched, okay? And then we've got Superman. So they're doing this to a feminine. They do this to single mothers a lot because they think that single mothers are weak. If someone's on their own with children, they are weak, okay? And this gay cult Curvin or bisexual cult Curvin like that type. Yeah, they're very toxic. Very toxic. For some strange reason, I've got social services involved as well. Toxic social services who are putting somebody under false investigation, deliberately trying to cause a single mother stress with their harassment to make a single mother have a breakdown from being watched, and family are involved in this setup. Wow. Yeah, so basically with this wave and psychopath, I was getting quite possibly you could be in a family of narcissists, psychopaths, so there's a wave of toxic psychopaths in this family, toxic family, who wanted to set up a divine feminine and her child or children, have some video footage, pictures of them on camera. We've got a brother who's a psychopath who's involved, okay? We've got a brother who is a psychopath who is involved, and this brother is performing rituals on judges, okay? He wants this feminine to be a miserable woman and knows that at some point that this feminine is worth over £10 million, and that's why they're stalking, because it's something to do with, they wanted to split this money between themselves, so they was to have 500,000 each, 600,000 each, and they wanted to split this inheritance between the lot of them, okay? Wanting you to hold back your skills. I mentioned skills earlier, like skills, talents. They want you to hold back on your skills, talents, have your skills and talents go to waste, okay? They want your talents and skills just to waste away, and they want you to become some sort of a sloth. So they've been tampering with legal documents, okay? You could be a singer, okay? You could be a songwriter, you could have wrote some music. They're all going to get arrested. Maybe quite possibly they stole some music, okay? Power of attorney. They are on a mission to throw you off, get power of attorney. They want you to stay single, because if you was to get into a relationship and tell anybody who actually genuinely loves you and cares about you what's actually going on, they won't have that. So they've been sending a lot of people in your hometown, neighbours, okay, people at local shops, shopping centres, shopping malls, wherever you are locally, they keep sending people wherever you go to follow you, and they're following you from multiple fake accounts. I was getting that this is like an energy vampire, okay? This is like an energy vampire. And they spread, they breed, these psychopaths, these energy vampires, breed like rabbits. These psychopaths and energy vampires who stalk, who steal from other people, they breed like rabbits. So you are literally, with this tank and this root chakra magic, after they've done this root chakra magic, they was expecting you to fall down, and you've literally just tanked up. It's like you've just come back bigger, stronger, okay? You've got an extra layer of protection, you've got an extra layer of metal surrounding you, and they was expecting you to fall down, using their position to abuse their power. Trickster spirits. So they work with trickster spirits. They try and trick you. They try and trick you out of your destiny. They trick you out of everything by getting you backed into a corner, bullied into a corner and bullied out of having your own inheritance. So they have a large group of people to be like, no, this masculine, this feminine does not deserve their own inheritance, does not deserve their own wealth because of this, that, the other. Meanwhile, they're all toxic. They've all got cult or coven linkings where they perform satanic rituals. they all have something over each other. Pictures, videos to hang over each other. Then if they want to leave or they want to have a path of righteousness, they will start hanging these pictures or videos in front of your face so you can't leave. Okay, so maybe you're starting gym. Maybe you've been to the gym, okay, recently. Maybe if you're not going to the gym, maybe this is a bit of a push in the right direction to start going to the gym, as it really helps with your mental health. Yeah, definitely someone who's got grey hair in this connection. Okay, so this person who's got grey hair, aged 65 to 70, they could have left you something in a will, and this group have got hold of it, and they've told all the pals, you know, and all their pals want a piece of this pie as well. All the pals want a piece of the pie, what's not even theirs. Like, I do not get these disgusting, foul humans. If someone's got some inheritance coming in from someone passing, or if someone starts singing and writing music and they've wrote some songs and it was their song and it's their inheritance, why does the full town or the full family think that they deserve a piece when none of them have ever done nothing decent in the whole entire life unless it was on camera to feed their ego? Like, they're the type of people to walk up to a homeless man, give them a sandwich, take a picture of that, post that on social media to feed their ego, because they're nothing but pure toxic. Toxic, toxic, toxic. Sunflower could be significant. Okay. Literally. So it's going to come out. Bankruptcy. So they're going to go bankrupt. They're going to file bankruptcy and make out like they've got no money in their account, but they've been spending a lot of time shifting money from accounts to accounts to accounts to accounts to accounts. They've been doing this for a couple of years now, shifting money from accounts to accounts to accounts, okay? Getting a different person in their group to put money in their account, in their offshore account. I don't know how they trust each other. I don't know how they trust each other. I mean, if they're all grouping up together to steal someone else's money, how do they all trust each other? How do they all trust each other? I just don't understand how they've got that trust with each other. They're all a set of predators, okay? Someone wants to dye their hair to change their appearance so they don't look like the same person who's committed the crimes. Yeah, definitely some at rent administration office is involved, so local landlord is involved in this money laundering and taking a cut of this money laundering, and they've helped with their legal connections and their illegal protection with their dodgy lawyers. They force power of attorney to force everything off somebody, which is absolutely disgusting and vile. I don't know how these people live with themselves after what they've done. And then we've got an attempted murder. Then to cover it up, they attempted to murder. There's an ending coming for them, okay? Because it's spinning off into different families, friends, social circles. There's an ending coming. Attempted murder. So they attempted to murder, or they could have actually murdered the one who was going to leave this masculine, this feminine money in a will, and then they could have attempted to murder the one who they'd left it to. Yeah. A lot of underhanded behaviour. And they could have tried to murder divine masculine, divine feminine, but that didn't work, okay? So with this white candle, okay, I rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is King. Look out for a white van. They could be watching from inside of a white van or inside of a black van. So black or white van could be significant. They could have people parked outside of your home in a van watching your house 24/7 and not for good purposes either. Yeah, because there's some investigators who know all about this stolen money.